What else we got? This fucking bitch nigga. Steve Harvey says cancel culture made him stop doing stand-up. Political correctness has killed comedy.
So now you know how you see. Remember how we had that conversation earlier about how you do the thing?
All right, man.
That was the thing. Because why is he a bitch nigga?
Because
did you listen to the full thing that he said?
Because he feels like that, like you said in his headline, he feels like that he can't say certain things, but he didn't really say the reason why.
He did. He said if you're
Dave Chappelle.
If you're sponsor driven, that you can't, because they could take the sponsor, especially you say something the sponsors don't like, they could take the money away from you. But people like Dave Chappelle who's not sponsor driven can. So for Steve Harvey, he's on The Price is Right. He does that judge show. He's on him. He's doing stuff where his money comes primarily from sponsors, and he's like, for him, it doesn't make sense for him, because if he says like a joke that's the wrong thing and they take his money away, like that's not wrong. So it's not saying that comedy can't exist. It's just harder for it to exist if you are sponsor driven. Yeah, so that was what that said.
So you're saying that white man got you so shook that you can't go up there and do stand up comedy because you feel like you're gonna say something that's offensive?
Oh yeah.
That white man got his hand so far off your ass, he's using you like a puppet.
They don't make.
Yuck.
They don't make.
Your ass.
Oh, yuck.
I tell you.
Wait.
I say it.
Wait, your ass.
You say it. I say it. Oh, hell no. Survey said.
Survey say.
Your ass a bitch. Yuck.
I'm just saying, if you could lose your whole paycheck for the things you say on this show, you might maybe say, it might be below.
I wouldn't get in bed with certain sponsors if I couldn't say what the fuck I say.
Which is also an option, but then
you don't feel like Steve Harvey has fuck you money by now.
He does.
Okay,
he does, but I think for him, he likes the money and that he's making now.
White man money.
Yeah, I think for him it works. Like I understand that. Like, but for him, if it works for him, it works for him. He's not saying not to do comedy, but he's saying that.
I say it.
At least you say it. At least
that's what I'm saying. He's being honest.
Though.
He's being honest. Like for him, this works. I like, because the amount of money, because he's probably making If you look at his whole career, he's probably made more money off of his TV shit than he's ever made off of doing stand-up shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for him, it's probably like, well, this is what's making me money. This is allowing me to do the things I need to do. And if I want to, I could come back and do stand-up, and I don't need to rely on it. So, and if I do, I'll have to like curtail it. And for him, he doesn't want to curtail it, so he doesn't want to.
You don't.
What?
You don't have to curtail shit.
Well, he does if he's sponsored, because then if he loses all the sponsors, he loses all the money that he's making.
That's up to you to set up with your contracts. Like, yo, what I do with my comedy and my free speech, that's my comedy. That's how I feel.
Because a lot of these sponsors have morality.
This white man got his hands. Yuck.
They have them up everyone's ass. What are you talking about? They pay everyone.
Yes,
white people control the United States of America. So if you make money in the United States of America for 99% of people, well, then we're all coons, dog, because all that money comes from white people.
No, I'm talking about Steve Harvey specifically as a coon.
Why?
Because he lets the white man control him into saying what the fuck he can. So you telling me this man that so
it's the majority of,
and it's not controlling, because he's making a choice.
He's making a choice to obey the white man.
No, he's making a choice to not do a thing.
You telling me this man has done Family Feud? This man has his own talk show. He has now a judge show. He had the Steve Harvey show. You telling me Steve Harvey by now don't have fuck you money to be like, hey, I'm gonna do and say what the fuck I want. If I lose a sponsorship, he has a radio show.
He's not obeying anyone.
He's protecting his interests.
That's not obeying anyone.
That is.
He's making a choice. He's not. No one told him that he couldn't do what he wanted to do.
I can't say what the fuck I want to say in fear of pissing off somebody else, because I know if I say XYZ, they're gonna take ABC opportunity away from me. That's what it is. If you say anything that's out of,
anything.
All he did was
we'd have to do that.
All he did was take. Okay, so
that's why I don't understand why it's crazy.
The community that like Oprah had and like cultivated and shit. Yeah. I feel like he took on that audience where it was like, yo, he's the safe, funny black man. He's 10% of himself edgy, but he's not too edgy where it was like the 50-year-old mom, the 60-year-old, 70-year-old grandma won't hate him. Like, oh, this black man's kind of funny. He's cultivated that type of audience where it was like that daytime white stay-at-home mom, I watch soap operas type shit. He's cultivated that audience with the Family Feud and his talk show. He's just dumb. He's the safe black guy.
Okay,
and then if you feel like you can't say what the fuck you want to say in stand-up comedy where you made your bones. He was for us. He was ours first. So now you're getting these white people
Still
wearing
is.
that. No, he's not. He don't belong to us no more.
I don't even think he was that edgy, to be honest.
He really wasn't.
Steve Harvey. No,
I don't
he
think
was like old school.
He wasn't that edgy, but he was ours. He's not ours anymore. He belongs
I
to
think he
them.
still is.
Nope. If you can't do stand-up, then
But he can do stand up. But
he can't.
He can.
He feel
He
the shit that
absolutely-
he wants to
he
say, he
literally
can't
can.
say because he'll lose his sponsorships.
Potentially.
He not even. He knows if he says what he. Bernie Mac would never. Give up your crown of kings of comedy. You're not a king of comedy if you can't say what the fuck you want to say in comedy.
Bernie Mac was kind of heading down that lane with
He had
the show he
the
had.
TV show. Like, you don't know that. Like, my point being is, if you're sponsored, like, if we was to get sponsored from someone and it was like, look,
Yeah, there's
okay,
certain shit we can't
there's
say.
certain shit we don't like. If you want to continue making the money from us, you can't do this. Like, so then in your definition, everyone's a coon because that's how you have a job. When you have a job, you work at a corporation. There's certain things you can't just walk up to a chick, grab a titty at work. Like, there's rules. There's
No.
I know that's extreme. I'm just saying there's rules. There's regulations. There's certain things you can't. Certain stuff you can't say when you're at work. That you can't say. You can't do because they can fire you. Like, I'm saying there's
But
rules.
I have to want to do that. I have to want to go up and grab that titty.
My point being is like there's if you were getting your money from someone else who is like a corporation, they have a lot of these corporations have like morality clauses. Like there's certain things you can't do or say or be associated with, or you can be gone. Look at Gina Carano with the thing that happened with her in Disney. They have a morality clause. Like they didn't like what she was saying.
You don't have the cachet to do the shit that you do. I feel like Steve Harvey has the cachet to do what the fuck he wants to do and still be okay. Dave Chappelle walked away from $50 million. We don't know Dave Chappelle's fucking financial situation when he walked away from Chappelle. So you just say, hey, yo, fuck this. This ain't me.
That's not the same thing.
How is it not the same thing? You wasn't bound down to the white man. He left because a white man laughed at a black joke. He was like, yo, you laughing a little bit too hard at this
Dave
white man.
Chappelle's like the exception to the rule, though. It's
And
like
that's-
one person that actually did that shit. It's like what I say all the time.
But a lot.
People today,
Mhm.
they're more afraid of being in unemployment than actually like going to jail and shit like that. That's the worst they have to worry about right now is being unemployed. But motherfuckers are scared of that. This is why like they don't make niggas how
Why are
they
you
used
scared
to.
to be unemployed when you got fuck you money?
I don't know. Ask them.
That's what I'm
don't
saying.
know.
And again, and also you gotta look at it from his
The
perspective.
craft that put me in front of these people. You telling me I can't do what I want to do just because like this white man signs my paycheck? Everybody agreeing with you here just for the record.
I know because I'm right.
What the fuck if you write it down?
Because or you could look at it like this. He did what he had to do. He did what he had to do or what he wanted to do and stand up. Now he's moved on from his career.
I feel like
this
that's
is what he wants to do.
I mean, shit. Look at Nick Cannon. Bend over.
Bend over.
Look what happened.
Bend over.
nigga. Backtrack.
He did it.
But I feel like Nick Cannon was never that. I feel
Well,
like
he tried to be.
He
Look
was-
what happened. They spanked his ass. Get down there. Go to these.
Got the little
mosques.
had to do said the wrong
Learn about us.
said the wrong thing. Almost
Yeah.
lost everything.
And the funny thing about it is that he said, "Yo, this is shit you get canceled for. You know, this is shit you can't say." Yeah, nigga, they
Almost-
got you over after that.
and almost got canceled for it.
This nigga backtracked the hell out of it.
Because if you want to back up, if you want to follow the money far enough away,
Yeah.
we as black people don't own enough of it to like have that type of control over
But
everything.
it's 2022. You can cultivate your own audience and push it out yourself.
Facts, but maybe the
I.e.
money.
Dave Chappelle.
It's programming.
Do you want $10 or $10 million?
I can
What
make,
would you rather have? $10 or $10 million?
if I can make
no,
10
what would you
million-
rather have? $10 or $10 million?
if I can make 10 million tax free over time, cool, and I can still be me. Fuck this. Fuck that. If I can make 10 million on my own, it'll take a little bit of time because I ain't gonna get it outright not being me.
And but is he content? Oh, that's the other thing. Is he happy? If he's content with his choice, why are we mad? It's his life.
Cool. I'm just saying. Just Eddie Murphy would never. Richard Pryor.
Eddie Murphy did.
Richard.
Eddie Murphy did, and he even said
Yeah,
that
he
he wouldn't say.
apologized for shit
He
he
even
said.
said he wouldn't say stuff he used to say. It's the same exact concept.
But I'm just saying they accepted these.
And
stand-up
Richard Pryor
comedians
died before the world got like this.
They accepted these stand-up comedians for what they were. They didn't try to change them. They said, "Hey, you're funny. You grab the attention of the people. We want to put you in X, Y, Z."
He
did that.
And he's not saying anyone has to change. What he's saying is that if the money that you get comes primarily.
He's totally married to his sugar baby. I mean, yeah, if you don't want to use it, if you don't want to lose your fine ass wife and stuff like that, cool. But you still a coon in my eyes, dog.
Why? That's so crazy. That's so strong of a stance.
For somebody to fucking control, if your basis is stand up comedy, stand up comedians are the rebels that we have of today. They say the shit that normal people cannot say. They put it in a digestible way where it's either funny, relatable, whatever the fuck. If you talking about you stepping away from that just because, I got a daytime TV show and this white man size my check, I can't say that. Don't fucking put it on the onus of cancel culture. Say, hey, I don't want to say XYZ because I'm scared of losing my jobs. Just say that. Don't put it on cancel culture. It just goes for
everybody, even him.
Isn't that what he said, though?
I'm just saying, he said cancel culture. I'm saying it's deeper than cancel culture. It's these white men up his ass.
but it's connected.
No, it's not. Fine. Fine, yo. All right.
Why is it
fine?
Why is that not connected?
Cancel culture and white people?
Yeah, why is that not connected?
I don't know. I mean, cancel culture ain't all white. I mean, when we see most of the time, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, and also, when was the last time Steve Harvey did stand up?
This is fun live, nigga.
Good fuck if it's live and that. They saw the shit on YouTube anyway. But it's still like I don't know, man. It's all right, fine.
Yeah, okay.
Fine.
All right.
Oh man,
fine, dog.
Ooh, stir up the chat.
Woo. I feel a certain way about comedy. I don't want it to be fucking stifled.
Well, that's the road. That's the road.
Just because somebody got their hand up your ass.
That's the road he went down, though. Like you wanted a universal audience. You got the universal audience, so you can't double back now.
Like imagine we get signed and you have to 100% watch your mouth. You can't say shit.
Well, that's different. If that's the road we went down, that's the road we didn't.
But we would
take it.
Yes.
Could you sleep at night, feel comfortable as a man when it's all said and done at the end of your fucking career? You was like, yo, I did this shit my way.
It depends.
Could you feel comfortable? No. Could you feel comfortable being you?
But that's not the same thing.
Road, though. I wouldn't take that road. But he took it already, so he can't double back. That's
also, that's not the same thing. Watching what you say is watching what you say. We do that now.
No, but I'm saying when Steve Harvey first got his contract, where it was like, hey, we've seen your work, we've seen what you've done on Kings of Comedy, this show, this talk show, whatever the fuck. You just can't be as you want to be. You got to dial it back. You can still be funny, sarcastic, impulsive.
Okay,
you just can't, you can't be all the way you.
We do that now.
I mean,
we do that now already. That's what I'm saying. And also, he's not saying that no one can do it. His whole thing was, if your money comes from sponsorships, you have to curtail what you say because of what happens with cancel culture, whereas people get super offended super easily, which is why it's connected. And because people get so super offended so easily, they can now go to the corporations and now affect your money. So he did say that there are people who can do that. So like Dave Chappelle plus other people. So my point being,
Dave Chappelle, the god,
of course, and there's people who don't subscribe. Like Andrew Schultz, that's what he wants.
Because we remember the rebels.
Yeah,
the ones that break the rules. The ones that fucking further the culture.
You can't sit here and just say Steve Harvey help.
What the fuck did he help? He put out Kings of Comedy in 98, 99.
That's a big special. That helped propel all their careers. And help stand up comedy for black people.
They all got TV shows from
exactly.
But we live in a world of what have you done for me lately? The fuck have you done for me lately?
Mad
us?
Stuff.
Black people? What the fuck has he done for us lately? He's done shit for them single-digit TV shows, them fucking Channel 2, Channel 3, Channel 4s. He ain't done shit for us. When the fuck he did something for BET?
What's the name of that book?
BET ain't owned by black people.
He's also correct as fuck. What's the name of that book?
Last time we seen something.
Why Did I Get Married To? Or whatever it was called. I don't know. What's the name of that book he did with Kevin Hart?
The
movie. Think Like a Man?
Think Like a Man. He did that for the culture.
I think the last thing he did that was like black was like the verses for like Earth, Wind, and Fire and
culture. And that's for the culture.
Because he's that old. Yo, I'm cool with being wrong.
Right.
Chad agrees with you. Bobby agrees with you. I'm cool with being wrong.
Okay.
I feel how you.
Culture.
That fucking white man up to the elbow.
Yeah.
Netflix is raising its prices again. Are they gonna make the content better for raising these prices though?
Nope.
You don't think so? You don't think they're pulling any more content?
No.
Well, yes. Do I think they're gonna pull in more
The
content?
last
Yes.
two raises ain't fucking.
But they just raised it like a year ago. That's why I'm beefing.
No, but I'm saying like the last two. So at first it was like what $8.99, then they upped it to 10, then they upped it to 12, and now it's 15. So the last two times they did this shit, they didn't produce better content.
Yeah. So I think
So what's
now
gonna be
it's
the difference?
Well, wasn't
I think it's $20 now for the premium 4K thing, and I think it's like $16 now after that
I
price
think they were paying
increase.
for the Witcher and shit.
You're not wrong. You just have a different opinion.
Pretty
Thank
much.
you, Jiggly.
Yeah, the Witcher got a
Appreciate
better
you.
budget, nigga.
Nah, he
You seen
wrong.
the second season?
You could tell me he wrong. Nah, I did see the second season.
Act like a lady, think like a man. You just tell
Is that what it was called?
You telling women to be hoes.
I
That's
think it was
it.
Think Like a Man.
Oh no, I think that's the full title.
Yes, the
It was-
full
yeah,
title.
the full-
But
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the book, ain't it?
Yeah, the book. I did say book first and
Oh,
then
you did?
moved to the movie because I
That
got
90-day rule is bullshit.
Yeah, it is. I would have left.
Not even I
can't
want
do
to.
this.
Yo,
maybe said I'd been
I'm vehemently. I lay down my life for this clay. Women are way hornier than men.
Yeah, it is.
Way hornier. That 90-day rule is bullshit. That's to
Bull-
make you seem like, oh, you want a ring, you want something out of this.
90 minutes. Nigga.
90 minutes.
Cool. I mean, hey, dog. Netflix is